Hello everybody, welcome back to part 5 of The Raven Remastered. Sorry for some echo in the previous videos, one or two videos here and there. I've turned it down even further, so hopefully there won't be so much echo. There wasn't a lot, but I found there's one or two bits in there that may annoy you. I get it. It pisses me off, that shit, when it happens, but for the majority of the playthrough it's been okay. So we just spoke to this guy here, the captain, about who gave us the drink, and essentially we got it from the doctor, so it's very suspicious right now at this point. Let's talk to Lady Westcott, whatever.
Lady Westcott seems to be an early bird, but maybe that's just because of all the excitement. I saw a twinkle in her eye on the train. She's eager to be part of a real detective story.
Talk to her.
Lady Westcott, already on your oh.
Constable, don't you think before you speak?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No time for chit-chat. What have you found out?
We're still working on the case. Actually, I have a couple of questions for you.
Please, go ahead.
Ooh, venture on the train, murder of a baroness, say goodbye.
What did you think of our adventure on the train? An extraordinary story, isn't it?
I'm glad that you were able to prove yourself, Mr. Zellner.
Hopefully not for the last time.
I'm glad that everything ended well. I want to thank you sincerely for taking care of Matthew. I can't bear to think about something happening to him.
It all worked out in the end.
Oh, Matty, I think she's saying. I believe. Jewel thief.
Do you think that the thief from the train and the murderer are the same person?
I think the new Raven is capable of anything.
Legrand believes there is no new Raven. He thinks that the old one has returned.
He said that.
Do you think it's possible? Everyone thinks he's dead.
As a dramatist, the return of the Raven would certainly be delightful. A legend comes back from the grave for one last job. It's quite romantic. At the same time, though, I'd be disappointed.
Why is that?
I followed the Raven's career closely. There weren't many burglars with such character and charm. His burglaries were clever and entertaining, but he was sloppy in London. He almost got caught, and I'll never forgive him for the affair on the train. No, I would much rather that the Raven stayed dead and had nothing to do with the burglary or the murder.
Okay, so in her eyes, she admired him. This is a burglar. He stole shit. You know, okay, it was... He's not Robin Hood here, you know what I mean? But it seems to be, how should I put it? An admiration with all these characters for the Raven, remembering him. Okay, never hurt anyone, he stole stuff and whatever. Maybe people were rooting for him, but I'm surprised how open they are about it, but okay. Who is a suspect? Murder of Baroness, Inspector Legrand.
What do you think? Who is our suspect?
Everyone. Or almost everyone. Everyone on board is physically capable of shooting someone, but who has the dark desire to take the life of a defenseless person?
One cannot read minds.
And one should not try. You have to collect evidence, traces, clues. That's what will lead us to the killer. It won't be like a bad crime novel, in which they introduce a new character shortly before the end who, surprise, surprise, is also the murderer.
Murderers leave evidence. They're nervous or unnaturally relaxed. They have to adjust constantly.
And because of that, they make mistakes. This is your chance, Constable. If you find the mistake, you'll find your murderer.
Alright, let's speak about the murder of a baroness.
Have you noticed anything related to the murder?
Unfortunately not. I was already in my cabin and missed all the commotion. Damnable old age.
You're telling me.
Oh, you're still young. At my age, you have to expect that you won't experience much anymore. And although I've written about murder so many times, I've never actually witnessed one. How exciting.
I doubt everyone is so relaxed in such a situation.
Heartless is the word you're searching for, right, Constable? I certainly didn't want the Baroness to be murdered, but if I can't undo it, then I might as well enjoy it.
Jesus. I understand to a point where she's coming from, like, man, this has happened, someone's died. We're part of a murder investigation. She's written about this her whole life in fantasy, but shit, again, the way she just comes out with it, like, ooh, how exciting, ooh. It's like, god damn, woman is dead. But she was ugly. Like, against her, just, you know. Inspector Legrand.
What do you think of Inspector Legrand?
He seems to be as skilled as everyone says. Intelligent, focused. I had a chat with him yesterday, and he impressed me, but there's something haunted in his eyes.
I don't think he ever really stopped hunting the raven.
Catching the raven made him famous. What if he actually shot the wrong person? Unjustified fame bothers people, the good ones at least.
And you think he's one of the good
Perhaps.
Anyone who tries so hard to tear down his own memorial must be honorable. Or insane.
I have to be going, Lady Westcott.
Please keep me informed, Constable Zellner.
Of course.
Keep her informed, I understand, but what if she talks to the killer, unknowingly giving him information about what we know? We shouldn't even be blabbing about this shit. I'm not saying she could have done it, she could have shot someone, but, you know, it's a risk, you know what I mean? Okay, so we've spoken to the woman. There's no one else to speak to. Enter the after deck, or whatever it's called. I'm not too sure what else to do now. There's another person we've got to speak to, the doctor, apparently. Oh yeah, I've got to report back to the guy, Legrand, and just tell him that so-and-so gave us the glass. So I'm just going to go this way. I was hoping maybe somebody was outside I could speak to, but whatever. But I haven't seen any of the other violinists or anyone, and his gun is included in the murder as well. Go downstairs. No, it's the cabin. Don't care about that. Right. Interesting stuff thus far. Hold on, guys. There we are. Oh. Wait. And examine the window of the medical center. Oh, he locked the door. That's right. He didn't want anyone to see.
Lydia has a well-stocked medical center at its disposal. I suppose it was added during the war. A ship of this size wouldn't normally have a full medical center.
Alright, let's speak to... Examine the alarm.
Another alarm. This one hasn't been set off. The security seal is intact.
Right, Legrand's cabin. But there's no other cabin here, is there? Because that guy went off to sleep. Yeah, we can't access him. Or we have the passengers until they want us to. Alright, so let's speak to him. Legrand.
Come in.
We can tell him about who gave him the wine, our glass and everything, so...
Constable.
Wanker. Tranquilizer, feathers, blood spot, note. Alright, so let's go over to the feathers before I go tranquilizer.
Feathers in the Baroness's cabin.
Really?
Some were under the Baroness's bed, others were in a vase next to the door.
I hope this is leading up to some information that justifies this interruption.
Some of the feathers are singed.
Show me. Well, you may have something here.
I think that someone fired a shot through a pillow or something like that, and the muzzle flash scorched the down.
Yes, possible. Try to find the pillow and we'll take it from there.
Interesting, I forgot about that, yes. Okay, blood
Took a
spot.
closer look at the blood spot from the Baroness's bed.
Yes, what's wrong with it?
It looks odd.
Odd?
I think it should be darker.
I understand. The iron in blood causes it to darken the longer it's exposed to the air.
Right. And
We don't have time to waste. Dr. Gebhardt, examine the body thoroughly. He would have noticed if anything was wrong.
you trust Dr. Gebhardt completely.
I trust everyone as much as is advisable. There will be a complete autopsy in Cairo. Until then, the doctor is one of the few people on board who is not a suspect. You, him, the stowaway, Constable Oliver, and I all have alibis.
There are still enough suspects left.
Ah, you won't be saying that when I tell you the interesting shit. Okay, so the
I
note.
was able to make the traces of a note on the Baroness's notepad legible. She wrote that a murderer is on board and that she'll unmask him. She asks the recipient to meet her in the saloon at 10 p.m. If we can find the recipient.
I was the recipient.
Monsieur?
When I entered my cabin last night, I found a message on the floor. Someone must have slipped it under the door.
Why didn't you say anything about it?
I didn't know that I was obliged to.
We are partners.
Not really. You're helping me out until we reach Cairo, because you somehow managed to remain on board.
But
What a dick.
I'll choose when and with whom I share information. You can accept that and continue assisting me, or you can spend the rest of the journey on a deck chair thinking about missed opportunities.
And none of this is by any chance related to the fact that the message doesn't suit your Raven theory. The Baroness knew the murderer from the past, and he was already a murderer when he boarded the ship. The Raven was always just a thief, not a murderer.
Careful, Constable. Are you accusing me of perverting the facts?
Of course not, monsieur.
Then let's get back to work. Good day, Constable.
What a piece of shit. He's still a piece of shit. He's a fucking jumped up little cunt, isn't he? Can't accept the fact that his theory won't be correct or whatever, and still not wanting me to work with him and all the rest of it. What a fucking wanker, mate.
About the tranquilizer.
Who gave you the glass of champagne?
It was Captain De Conti.
You're sure?
He doesn't deny it, but he also says that the glasses passed through many hands that night and that everyone had access to the champagne.
So it could have been anyone.
Maybe the question isn't who put the poison in the glass, but rather who it was they wanted to poison.
Smart. And who were they trying to poison?
Dr. Gebhardt? The captain got the glass from him.
An unconscious ship's doctor. That sounds like it would be more use to a murderer than a drugged constable.
Yes, indeed.
So? Did the murderer have reason to assume that his shot might not kill the victim immediately and that Dr. Gebhardt would be able to save her?
You're right. That's improbable. My ego is just searching for reasons for them to want to kill her and not me. Good job, Zelna.
I'll be in touch if I uncover more clues.
Very well.
Still a fucking prick, though. Alright, so we've got to find a pillow. Didn't even say that the doctor locked the thing, though, whatever. Had locked the door to a room. I mean, to the medical centre. Kind of annoying. Whatever. He's nervous
The
still,
death
isn't
of his mistress doesn't really bother Inch. He's only worried about his own future. The death
Talk
of
to
his
him.
mistress doesn't really...
he? Oh, he can't.
The death...
He looks nervous as fuck.
The Baroness's butler looks like he didn't get much sleep. I would describe his...
Alright, whatever, we can't talk to him. Right,
An
Examine the globe.
antique wooden globe. If Galileo hadn't asserted himself back then, this would be a flat disc now.
Alright, whatever. So, where would... Oh, we've got to find a pillow, so back in her room, my bad. That's what we're looking for. Right, so let's go to the to her room and have a look for a pillow. Maybe the guy took it with him. I didn't think about feathers. What on earth? It's a vase. Where the hell? Luggage. Porthole. No. Audio tape reel. We never found that. We never fingered that, did we?
I guess our stowaway knocked me out. Whatever his story is, he's not a thief. Nothing's missing from my wallet.
Alright, let's go. Maybe we can talk to the guy who we've got as a suspect as well. But they're not saying anything about him. So it's kind of annoying. I don't know. Let's try and find another place to go and visit. I don't know. We'll check out. Pillow. The crates. There's nowhere else to go, is there? Just upstairs. Again, we haven't seen the boy, Matty, or Matt, whatever his name is. We haven't seen the woman who's her assistant, our woman's assistant, or the violinist. So, search for corner. What?
There's dirt piled up in the corner. Down below where the passengers are, the ship is pretty clean. But the crew doesn't seem to care as much up here.
Look. Ventilation shaft. Is that it?
The grate shouldn't be so easy to open. Did the stowaway open it and we caught him in the act? No. The pipe is too narrow. He wouldn't fit in there. I guess the cover has been defective for a while.
Alright, whatever. Where the fuck do we go then? Oh, I'm having a severe issue. There's only a couple places to go.
The gangway is hard to miss. Why did the murder... So, why didn't...
Right, whatever. I just cannot think how to get to the next area. That's the woman's room. We've been in there. Downstairs.
The death...
Can't talk to the butler at all. I just don't know where to go now. Talk to the... what?
The alcoholic drinks and everything that goes with them is top.
Open ice bucket.
As expected. Fresh ice and tongs.
Okay.
Mademoiselle, what is the meaning of this? Are even the police light-fingered nowadays?
I need this tool for a criminal investigation.
Well,
Ah.
why didn't you say so? But bring the tongs back when you're done. Otherwise, I'll have cold fingers all day.
Yes. Maybe they're for the pillow. I mean, for the, what do you call it? The pot? I'm going to try that, I don't know. But we are on the lookout for another pillow. For a pillow, anyway. But I can't get to where the guy is, the policeman. Is it not letting me, or I'm just forgetting? I think I'm forgetting. Alright. Use them on the vase. Here we go.
Could work. There's something in there. Ah.
I'd have smashed it, but whatever.
Someone stuffed this in the vase.
What is it?
Looks like it's been used to muffle a gunshot. If this isn't an important discovery, I don't know what is. Legrand, here I come.
So, pillowcase with burn marks.
What a
Yes.
discovery. Legrand.
So let's go back to Legrand. So, okay, that was alright. Why didn't it... You're around C. If you're going to do that, why not just run with it in your pocket, throw it in the sea, wrap the gun up in it and toss it far away as you can into the sea. No one would ever find it. Jesus Christ. So it was a pillowcase. But then an actual whole pillow would be bigger to get rid of, so you can stuff it down there. So it would be
A singed pillowcase is
piece of
proof
cloth.
that there must have been a second gunshot.
But why was there a second gunshot? If we heard the first one, why did somebody shoot the second one?
Spectre?
Can't you knock?
I didn't realize.
I'm not getting anywhere. I'm going to question each passenger individually. Anyone without an airtight alibi will be checked for gunshot residue.
But Inspector,
People trip up when you put pressure on them, Constable Zellner. The Raven is nervous. He's changed his methodology and become a murderer. I'll see it in his eyes. After you.
but Inspector Legrand.
So he's just going to do his own thing. We've got like he's not listening right now. So okay, whatever.
We have no proof that the Raven and the murderer are the same person. Quite the opposite. The Baroness's message hints at the fact that she knew the murderer and that he'd killed before.
You may not know it, but I do. I will catch him, with or without your help.
No, he's hell bent on his ego. Like, oh, I need to catch the Raven. It's the Raven. Shut the fuck up.
I don't believe it. What's gotten into him? Ah, well. It makes no sense to tell him about my theories if his opinion is already set. I need evidence. Or better yet, the murderer. I also need his lab if I'm going to get anywhere.
Oh man, it's gonna be a bitch.
Somehow. And I really need to talk to the stowaway. He may have information, and the inspector will just ignore him since he's too young to be the Raven.
Right, we have to get in there.
Legrand locked the door.
Makes sense. There's a murderer lurking around.
The lock isn't especially secure. If I had a wire or something like that, I could probably pick it.
Damn it. Wire. Wire. We can go back to the woman if she had hairpin or whatever.
Neither
Don't know where
Dr.
she's at.
Gebhardt no Constable Oliver can keep up with Legrand's pace. But in contrast to good old Robert, the doctor doesn't let himself get roped in for the long haul. I wonder what would happen if Legrand dragged him out of bed for another investigation.
Yeah, whatever. Did I give it back to the woman? It wouldn't be in my cabin, would it? Nah. We gotta find that woman again. What a pain in the ass. Maybe she'll make an appearance upstairs with the old lady.
The globe nicely shows looking out the...
No. So again, I don't know where anyone is, or that stupid cop and the fucking boy. I can't remember where to go.
Mr. Kreutzer, come on, you have to give me a bit more. You're the only one who was on the train and who has no alibi for last night.
As I said, I was in my cabin.
Are you sure that it was your cabin and not the Baroness's?
Legrand will question the guests, one after another. But if he doesn't get the answers that he wants to hear, it could become unpleasant for them.
Right, talk to Lady whatever. Talk to David Kreutzer, okay. Let's talk to her for a second.
Lady Westcott, may I bother you for a moment?
By all means, Mr. Zellner.
Questioning.
How is the questioning going?
Are you implying that I'm an eavesdropper? The inspector is placing a lot of pressure on our dear Mr. Kreutzer. He's the only one who was on the train and who doesn't have an alibi for last night.
Perhaps. But him? A murderer?
I know people like him. He doesn't have enough backbone to kill someone in cold blood and remain so calm. He'd turn it into a drama and then a farce, drink himself insensible, and then, railing at fate, pitch himself into the sea. Forget him. Legrand is wasting his time. Mr. Kreutzer just happens to be a perfect fit for the inspector's image of the Raven.
Athletic, cultured, moves among the rich and famous.
I'll eat his violin if he's the Raven or the murderer.
I have to be going, Lady Westcott.
Please keep me informed, Constable Zellner.
Of course.
Damn, I was hoping she'd tell me where a friend is. Oh, I'll speak to him then. I don't know.
Mr. Kreutzer clearly feels uneasy. But does Legrand actually think he's the Raven?
God damn it. Enter the after deck or whatever. I'm trying to find... I want to find that woman again. I need a piece of wire. God damn it. Oh. There's the captain. Oh, where's she? Okay. So we've got the captain there, and we've got that woman. Miss Mayers. Okay. Well, she all night. Alright, let's speak to her in a minute. Let's speak to him. It's
Captain
glitched.
DeConti
Oh, yeah.
seems old and tired. The price you pay for a life like his, I suppose. I'm sure Captain DeConti wouldn't mind a chat, but I don't think he can help me.
Okay, right, so it's her. Let's go talk to this woman. The pretty woman who we helped with her
Miss
luggage
Mayers
or
seems to
told
have
us to
found an
thing it.
opportunity to do nothing.
Talk.
Hello, Miss Mayers.
Hello, Mr.
Constable Zellner.
Sunbathing events.
Do you think it's appropriate to go sunbathing in a situation like this?
What situation?
A woman was murdered last night.
If refusing to sunbathe could bring the dead back to life, I'd go back to my cabin immediately.
Did you hear or see anything suspicious last night?
No, I didn't feel very well last night. I went to bed early.
So, you're feeling better this morning?
Thanks for asking.
Young, kind of athletic, moves between the rich and famous. Would it be her? Who
I'm
knows?
sure your parents are truly sorry that they can't
I don't
be
know.
with you at this difficult time.
Maybe. But I'm not a little girl anymore. And thinking about my fiancé keeps me going.
You're engaged?
Yes. My boyfriend and I got engaged right before the trip. I want to surprise my parents, especially my dad.
I'm sure he'll be very surprised. But what will you do if your father doesn't agree to the engagement?
What choice does he have when he put me on this boat full of thieves and murderers in the first place?
Charming. Enjoy the sun, Miss Mayers, and don't let us disturb you.
If you're trying to make me feel guilty, Constable, it's not working.
Why would it? She's a posh sport girl, you know what I mean? Again, I can't go down there or anything. Need a piece of wire or something. Shit. I just cannot fathom where to go. Another ship. Is there another way we can go down? Oh, hold on, there is. Wait, hold on, it's got to be. Upstairs. Wait, hold on. That's the crates. There we are. Go to the forecastle. That's what I want to go. Where I want to go. So maybe there's more people here. Obviously, the cop and the stowaway being held. But I want to see that woman with a kid. Ah, here we are. Bingo. Let's talk to him first.
Matt is keeping himself busy with that strange game. He seems to be okay again, but I think he'd be running around all over the place if he'd really come to terms with what happened on the train.
Talk to Matt.
Hello there, partner.
Hi.
Are you alright?
Uh-huh.
How's it doing? How's he doing, Professor Lucian? Okay.
Have you recovered from our adventure?
Mr. Zellner,
Hmm?
what's going on?
What do you mean?
Everybody's acting so strange, and there's tape across that door. I saw that in a movie once.
You don't have to be worried.
Is it about the man from the train?
It might be about the thief, yes.
Haven't you caught him yet?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
Don't want to worry him, I suppose, but he's concerned.
I
his
heard
mom.
you and your mom used to argue a lot.
We did. Everything was bad. The house, school, the other kids. We didn't have much money, and I was always alone.
You do know that your mother would love to have been with you, don't you? She had to go out to work to earn money.
She wouldn't have had to, if Dad were still around.
And how do you get along with her now?
I'm always happy when we do something together on vacation. She has more time for me now, and I like my boarding school. I have lots of friends, and the teachers aren't so bad.
Alright, fair enough. Professor
Your
Lucian.
mother and Professor Lucien seem to be on very good terms with each other. Don't you like him?
Don't know.
He seems to be very nice.
I guess.
Lady Westcott is all by herself in the saloon. Maybe you'd like to visit her later.
Sure, the lady tells exciting stories.
I know. She's my favorite writer.
She told me that it's not much fun to write detective novels. She'd rather write something else, but her fans always want the same thing.
They made her rich and famous.
I told her to write what she wants to write. If it's good, someone will buy it. And if not, at least she had fun writing it. Then she smiled and nodded. She said it was a good idea.
It's a good point. Lots of people want certain things from me, and it's like, no, I want to do what I want to do, and what's fun, and you either like it or you don't, and someone will like it, and that's all you can do. what's that saying? Do a job that you love, kind of thing, and you never work a day in your life, kind of thing. So,
What are you playing there?
I'm playing shuffleboard. At least I'm trying to.
Never played it before.
It's easy. Professor Lucien explained it to me.
And who won?
We didn't play.
You didn't want to play with him, did you? Do you want to play a game with me?
Sure.
the professor's trying to screw my mom, so no. But why the hell would I want to fucking play a game with him? Oh god. Okay.
Let's get started.
Oh yeah. What are we playing for?
I thought we'd just play for fun.
That's boring. We have to bet something. Otherwise it isn't fun.
You English people.
So I'll bet my brand new slingshot. And you?
I don't want to gamble.
How about ice cream in Cairo?
Okay. If I win, I get the slingshot. If I lose, I get an ice cream in Cairo.
Hey! Never try to cheat Matt Miller. So, what do you say? Ice cream versus slingshot?
All right. Let the games begin.
I have no idea what I'm doing. What? What the fuck? Shit. Nice. Damn, -10. Shit. Fuck. Can I move it? No. Damn it. Did I win or lose? I have no idea.
That's it.
Oh man.
The athlete wins the day.
One more time.
No, that's enough for me.
Alright.
Alright, I get your slingshot.
sure?
Cool.
Gambling debts are debts of honor.
I'll give it back to you when I don't need it anymore, okay?
Okay. But make sure my mom doesn't catch you with it. She thinks it's dangerous.
Alright, whatever. Let's go speak to these dudes. I need this pin again, this hairpin. Look at the sea. Examine them both. No, I don't want to examine them.
Miss Miller and the professor are talking intensely. She seems pretty relaxed, by her standards.
Talk to Miss Miller and Professor. Oh yeah.
Good morning, Miss Miller. Professor Lucien?
Constable Zellner, how are you? I heard you passed out last night.
Well, not quite. I was poisoned.
Oh.
That wretch!
Last night.
Who do you mean by that wretch?
That stowaway. That new raven.
The young man can't be the murderer. Constable Oliver had already apprehended him when the shot was fired.
You mean...
Whoever killed the Baroness is still on the loose.
I think I should take my leave. I'd like to rest for a while.
One last question, Professor.
Eye on the Sphinx, key to the safe. Huh?
The safe in Legrand's cabin can only be opened with 3 keys. Am I right?
That's correct. We sent the first to Monsieur Mokhtar of the Egyptian Museum via air freight. I have one, and the inspector has the other.
But it was originally planned that someone else should carry the third key, right?
You are well informed, Constable. Baroness von Trebitz should have had it. But then there were concerns. And for that reason, Inspector Legrand took it himself.
Was that his idea?
Well, yes, you could say that. I want to go back to my cabin. I'll see you later, Mary.
Oh, of course. See you later.
Yes, visit me at night and we can, you know, bang like crazy. Alright, so this is, I will need this piece of wire from the hairpin. You're a slut.
I didn't want to interrupt your conversation with Professor Lucien so abruptly.
I don't know what's wrong with him.
Learning that there's still a burglar on board seemed to frighten him.
He was so relaxed the whole time, and then...
And then the stupid Swiss constable came by and made him anxious.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
No matter. I'm sure he'll calm down and come back soon enough. May I ask you a few questions?
Of course.
Right. Last night, the butler... I need the pin. Bucket.
How's Matt? He seems happy enough.
After all the commotion, he's already back to his old self again. But I haven't told him about the murder. That would be a bit too much for him.
I think he's made of sterner stuff.
I want to thank you again for what you did on the train. I wouldn't have known...
Everything's fine. Think nothing of it.
Right, last night. She's actually going to cry.
How was last night for you?
It was awful. I was having a conversation with Edgar, Professor Lucien, here on the forecastle. Then I wanted to look for the lady and went forward via the side deck. When I passed the Baroness's cabin, I heard a muffled scream.
You heard a scream?
Yes. I thought the Baroness probably had a fall. I went to the door and listened for a moment. Since I couldn't hear anything, I knocked on the door and asked whether she was all right. There was no answer.
Interesting. And then?
I didn't know what to do, so I tried to open the door. It was locked. I saw the Baroness's butler, Mr. Inch, on the forecastle. I thought he might have the key and went back. On the way, the bobby crossed my path, and then Edgar, who wanted to check the safe. I explained the situation to him, and then the alarm went off.
Ah. The scream.
How did the scream sound?
It was a short outcry. Very frightened, as if someone had been startled.
Was it a woman's voice?
Yes, the voice was high.
So it could have been a scream from the Baroness. Possibly because she discovered someone in her cabin.
Possibly.
That person might have threatened her with a weapon, so that she wouldn't scream for help.
Oh, God.
He waited until the coast was clear.
Oh, please, stop it, Mr. Zellner.
We're explaining it in our own fear and she can't bear to hear it. Damn. So we found out some good information there. Like, damn, man. Like, she should have come forward with that shit earlier. The butler.
The Baroness's butler said that he was on the forecastle as well?
Yes, he was standing on the other side of the deck smoking a cigarette.
Was he on the forecastle the whole time?
I'm not sure. He was there, and later he was on the side deck with us. Oh, yes, he looked after you while you were unconscious. He unbuttoned your collar and held your head while the doctor checked you.
But you can't say for certain whether he came from the forecastle with you and Professor Lucien, or afterwards.
Well, no. But where else could he have come from?
I'm too sure.
You and
Suspicious.
Professor Lucien seem to be having a lively conversation.
Oh, yes. He's an expert in ancient Egyptian art and preeminent in hieroglyphic research. He's the head of the Egyptian department in the British Museum, you know. And he's going to open an exhibition at the Egyptian Museum in Cairo.
Right. For the eye.
They had planned on exhibiting both jewels together for the first time in decades, but that's not going to happen now, sadly. I think it's quite upsetting for him.
We're working hard to ensure that at least one eye will be on display.
I know. I'll ask Lady Westcott if she'd like to participate in the opening of the exhibition. I think it would be good for her.
And Professor Lucien will surely offer you a private tour. Did you report that to Inspector Legrand?
Yes, last night. He was very interested and took a lot of notes. But I wanted to look for Lady Westmacott, and he let me go without further delay. He said that he'd take down my full statement today.
I understand.
Do you think the man from the train also killed the Baroness, Constable Zellner?
I don't know yet.
It's horrible. Explosions, thieves, murderers. This isn't the right place for a lady and a little boy.
True. But we haven't fucking... I want the hairpin from you. That option ain't come up yet.
You're American, aren't you?
That's correct.
And you moved to England because of the job?
I lived in England before. During the Second World War, I volunteered. I worked in a pharmacy on a US base north of London.
In a pharmacy? Interesting.
Well, it was the war and everyone was sent where they could help best.
Please, go on, Mrs. Miller.
After the war, I studied music in London. I met my husband there. We married and went back to the States together.
He was also American?
No, English. But he said he had problems with his family and he wanted to be as far from them as possible.
And you gave up your studies for him?
Well, yes, I did.
So she knows about medical stuff as well. What could drug me and whatever else. So maybe she has something to do with it. Wouldn't it be interesting if she was the inside person doing whatever while the Raven, you know, is a loner, has issues with his family. Wouldn't it be interesting to find out that that's her husband or boyfriend or something like that, and Matt's his kid? Who knows? I don't know. I'm just speculating. Wild theories. Single mother.
As a single mother couldn't have been easy.
It was pretty tough then. I worked from morning till night and it was still only enough for the bare necessities. And I couldn't give Matt all the attention he needed.
And then Lady Westmacott entered your life.
It was like an angel appeared to me. She must have offered me the position out of pity. I had no experience as a carer. She made me a generous offer. I couldn't believe it. And she really adores Matt. She's offered him a good education, and now he has every opportunity in life.
And
damn,
almost
nice.
Unbelievable story.
I'm still
Lucky
afraid
you.
that it's a dream and that I'll wake up one day.
I don't know actually. Maybe it isn't related to him, but the fact that she knows about medical stuff does interest me.
How does it feel to work for such a world-famous person?
The work is very interesting and varied, and it pays well too.
You are very lucky that the lady offered the position to you.
I just hope she won't change her mind one day. What would become of Matt's education then? I really make an effort to measure up to Lady Westmacott's expectations, but sometimes I feel like I fall short.
Lady Westmacott couldn't ask for a better companion.
I'm saving up as much money as I can all the same. I'd do anything so that Matt doesn't have to give up his new life.
Okay. Murder of Inspector Parley. What? Oh, it's the book, Tranquilizer. Okay, hold on.
Lady Westmacott dropped a hint on the train that she killed her hero, Partout. What did she mean by that?
Oh, she must have meant the manuscript.
Manuscript?
She always takes it with her. It's an unpublished Partout novel. I once asked her why she never published it. She said that according to her will, the novel's only to be published after her death.
And in it, Partout will be killed?
Maybe. I've never read it. No one has. You'd better ask her yourself.
Ah, okay. Interesting.
If you worked in a pharmacy, you would certainly know something about medicines and poisons.
Everything is a potential poison, Constable. It depends on the dose.
Have you ever heard of chloral hydrate?
It's a tranquilizer, isn't it?
I'm asking you.
Lady Westmacott also asked questions like that, for her last novel. But since I've never wanted to kill anyone, I never bothered with things like strychnine and arsenic and all that. I could recommend something for a headache, a sore throat, or a rash.
That's kind of you, but there's really no need. I'll be seeing you, Miss Miller.
Constable?
Damn it! I wanted a fucking piece of wire from a rope or something. Not rope, but you know what I mean?
Maybe Miss Miller has found something of a soulmate in the archaeologist. Unfortunately, there's no guarantee that the two of them will end up together. People with low self-esteem tend to sabotage their own happiness.
Damn. In-depth relationship shit he's working in there in his head. People with low self-esteem tend to damage themselves? This motherfucker's still sleeping.
Oliver brought something to drink. You can tell it's not the first time he's had to guard something. The bottle should be full of water, unless the good constable happens to have a secret alcohol problem. No way to verify that. I can't get the bottle without him noticing.
Okay. The tongs. Slingshot. Right, whatever. Let's check on this prisoner.
I have to talk to the young fellow right away. Even though he was already under arrest at the time of the shot, he may have noticed something before. And what about the other gunshot? Could the second missing bullet from the murder weapon be stuck down there in one of the wooden crates? If I want to get into the cargo hold, I'll have to get rid of the constable first. He won't let me talk to our young...
Damn it.
I have to talk to the young fellow even and could the if I want he won't.
How the fuck do I get rid of this dude?
It may not seem like it, but Constable Oliver is actually a very effective watchman.
Don't know what to do here. How do we get rid of him? Wait, what if I speak to Matt again? Maybe distract him.
Hello, Matt.
Hi there.
I think you'll have to explain the rules to me first.
Okay, you play with the blue pucks and I play with the red ones. You have to push the pucks with the stick into the zone over there and score as many points as possible.
Sounds easy. How many pucks do I have?
6. Now here comes the kicker. First it's your turn, then mine, and so on. But everyone is allowed to shoot the other person's pucks out of the zone.
I'll let him play for now.
Fuck. How do I get rid of the constable?
I have to talk to even though he was already under arrest. And could the
yeah, I know that shit. How do I get rid of him now? Now it's not letting me wait, hold on. Ah, wait, no. How do I get rid of him? What a pain in the ass. I don't know. It's a fucking mystery.
I hope I don't find myself.
Let's try and speak to some of the other passengers if we can. I don't know. Other than that, I have no clue. I think I'm an hour into this playthrough at this point.
Miss Mayers doesn't really seem to be much help in my investigations. She...
Well, whatever, she's completed. Oh, he's gone. The, captain. How we get rid of him, man? Shit. Oh, he's moved back inside.
I'm sure Captain DeConti wouldn't mind a chat, but I don't...
Right, hold on. Can I put the tongs back? What's this? Ah. This ain't new.
English ham and eggs. One advantage on an international trip is the international breakfast. Many of my fellow countrymen think it's outrageous to eat fried bacon, sausages, or anything heavy for breakfast. I, on the other hand, think ham and eggs are the only worthwhile contribution the English have made to international cuisine.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I do like it myself. Wait, maybe if I offer him... Wait,
excellent.
Coffee. Maybe I'll give him a coffee. Oh, you bastard.
Ah, that's just what I needed.
I want to take it to the cop.
A good slingshot.
Oh, look at coffee. Son of a bitch. Oh, what a pain in the ass.
It's not fair. There's a magnificent buffet, but I don't have an appetite. Maybe a side effect of the tranquilizer.
Maybe if I try and speak to the guy again, I don't know.
Legrand is absorbed in the interrogation. He still seems pretty annoyed.
Yeah.
Mr. Kreutzer clearly feels...
Alright, I won't bother with them then. Speak to the old woman again, just to see. I don't know, guys. There's a lot of things I have to fucking deal with, and I can't
Lady
figure them out right now.
May I bother you for a moment?
By all means, Mr. Zellner.
Here we go.
Did Miss Miller cope with all the excitement?
I think so. But what happened on the train was quite a shock for her. She wouldn't be able to go on if something happened to Matthew.
She's worried about him.
He's all she has. It breaks her heart that he lives at a boarding school and can't always be with her. But she sets her wishes and needs aside so that he can get a good education. That's her way.
Alright, met his father, met his boarding school.
Where is Matthew's father?
Gone. Run off. Ran away from his problems again. He drank a lot. More and more after each setback. It's better for both of them this way.
He left her.
She couldn't have borne it. She loved him and wanted to stick by him. She fell out with her family over him. They couldn't understand her. And when he left her, the ground opened up beneath her feet. For 2 weeks, she was as good as dead. If she didn't have Matthew, she'd be dead.
You seem to know a lot about it. I mean, about the time before Miss Miller began working for you.
I have my reasons.
And Matthew, do you care as deeply about the children of your other employees?
If you fail with your own child, you hope to do better with others, Constable.
Ooh. Damn. So what, she knew about her before? Or maybe she told her the story, I don't know. Interesting.
And the idea to send Matt to a boarding school...
was mine. Matthew idolized his father and blamed his mother for the fact that he wasn't around anymore. I was afraid the situation would escalate if he had to live on a country estate alone with his mother and some old people. I think I was right. He quickly made friends at boarding school. He's popular, well-liked, a real athlete according to his teachers. And his relationship with his mother has improved as well. He's headed in the right direction.
Fair enough. Valuable manuscript. This is the thing she took around with her.
Told me that you have a valuable manuscript with you.
That is correct.
An unpublished Part 2 novel. The manuscript must be worth a fortune.
Oh, it's not just any Part 2 novel. I wrote it 20 years ago, but it will only be published after my death. It's Part 2's last case. Maurice Part 2 dies.
You're going to kill him off?
I already have. And I enjoyed it.
Madam.
I was so sick of writing one Part 2 novel after another. I was keen to stick a knife in his guts And so, 20 years ago, I did. Of course, I didn't want to disappoint my fans, so I let him solve case after case. But at least I was certain that he'd never escape me, that in the end, I would get him.
I understand. Let's just hope that this novel remains unpublished for many more years. I have to be going, Lady Westcott.
Please keep me informed, Constable Zellner.
Of course.
Shit. What the fuck? I don't know how to get rid of this goddamn cop. How do I get a wire or whatever? Shit. I'll speak to this dude.
The death of his mistress. The death.
No. Let's see if there's anything down here I can do. I don't know. I'll look at the door again. If not, I might have to go into the Baroness's room and see if I can find a wire or rope. I don't know.
I need something to open the lock. The key would be best, but a wire would do.
What about this? No. Oh, I've got nothing.
The metal of the tongs feels cold from the smooth handle all the way to the tips.
That didn't sound right. I just cannot fathom how to... What's that? Examine the plant?
Aha! Little stones.
Okay.
Perfect ammunition for the slingshot.
Okay.
A model of the Lydia before it was rebuilt. It used to be a freighter. The wide hallways, the cabins, and the saloon were added later.
Okay, that's weird. How much? So I've got stones for the slingshot, but I need a wire. So you have to look around for certain things, man. That's what it is.
Dr. Gebhardt closed the... Who'd want to be greeted by...
Nowhere else to go. What a bitch. So we have to look around for more, again, the wire or something. I was hoping we could get a hairpin from that woman. From Matt's mum. Shit. I've not been very productive in this video. I haven't, if you know what I mean. What a bitch. I just cannot find where to look for that thing. What piece of...
I'm sure that the pillow was used.
Yes, as a silencer.
The portholes are locked. One cannot open or close them from outside. It's the same problem as with the door. And the Baronet...
Examine luggage.
Small, even
stones. We might have to find the little stones at something. I can't think what. Oh, I know what we do. We'll wake up the cop with a slingshot. My bad. That's what we got to do. Thank God. Okay, that's what I'm suspecting now. I'm just trying to put everything together, and it's like, God damn. Oh, I'm so fucking tired at this point, man. It's driving me nuts. Come on, you fuck, move. There we are. So I've won a slingshot, and I've got the stones. Let's wake him up and talk to the dude. Right.
What do you want?
Inspector Legrand is questioning the first of the passengers in the saloon.
And?
It will be hours before he gets to the stowaway.
And?
We'll save time if I question him.
Would also save time if you stopped asking me the same things over and over again. I will not let you in. What time is it, by the way?
Got an appointment?
No, but I'm hungry.
Go and get yourself something. I'll mind the door in the meantime.
Ha. You could bring me something, though.
Alright, fine.
What do you want to eat?
Oh, anything. An apple or something like that.
There's ham and eggs in the saloon.
Can't touch him.
Why not?
Sergeant Mills.
Hmm?
He's responsible for the fitness of the unit, and he'll chew you out if he thinks you've packed on a few pounds.
I see. Leave it with me.
Yeah, thanks.
Son of a bitch. So we can't have anything like that, like eggs, ham, or whatever. Oh, got coffee? Oh man, what the fuck? I don't mind doing it, but it's like, come on. Why you gotta be a dick? Who gives a shit? And you're only fucking eating a bacon sandwich once. You're not having it like for 4 meals in a row. Or whatever. An apple or something like that. There's no real fruit around that I saw. But food is food, so I'd like to think that we could tempt him with a bacon sandwich when it's in front of him. Like, oh fuck yeah, I'll just eat it. I would have like that. Oh, fuck. Right. Let's have a look. Take something to eat.
Whatever Constable Oliver wants, he's getting ham and eggs. And just a pinch of salt for our friendly constable. Good.
Once he sees it, he'll scoff it, mate.
Constable Oliver.
Huh?
Ham and eggs, piping hot.
Oh, I shouldn't really.
I don't see anyone here who'd rebuke you. It was a hard night.
Yeah, true. Oh, delicious. Just enough salt. Oh, that was good of you. Cheers.
You don't expect me to wash your dirty dishes as well, do you?
Oh, of course not, Your Majesty. Oh, that was a proper meal and no mistake.
Shit.
The constable is quenching his thirst with a bottle of water. You'll have a problem when it's empty, but I can't wait that long.
Right, so now
the little stones make perfect ammunition for the slingshot. Now I just need a suitable target.
right, well, how do I... Son of a bitch.
Constable Oliver is drinking the water he brought along. Without it, he'd get very thirsty.
Yeah, shoot it. There you are. Boom.
All right.
Excellent.
Ow! 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 Ah! Hey, Zelda, what in blazes was that?
What?
Something hit me!
You mean someone shot at you?
Yes, well, no, I don't know. Didn't you notice anything?
I was riveted by the fantastic fantastic view. We Swiss aren't used to seeing the horizon like this.
His water bottle
My
spilled.
bottle's broken too. Oh, I don't believe this. Could you bring me something to drink? Those ham and eggs were pretty salty.
I'm sorry. I have to proceed with my investigations. Goodbye. Let's see how long he can resist his thirst. Not long at all.
Go, 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 go. Let's go. Hurry up. Finally. Sorry it's taking this long, guys. I think I'll leave it here after this section, because it has dragged on. It has been in one of those things where I had to explore, discover. It is what it is. Alright, you little prick.
I would be too in your position.
Who is he?
Who are you?
My name is Adil. And you are?
Constable Zellner. Why did you sneak onto the ship, Adil?
I wanted to go back home.
You're Egyptian?
There's no work for me in Italy. I want to see my family again.
And since you don't have money, you stowed away.
So what if I did?
Did you knock me out?
So, it was you who knocked me out.
Me? Never.
No? Where were you when I was attacked?
Well, I couldn't take anything with me on this trip, so I snuck into the kitchen and took some canned goods.
Interesting. And how do you know when I was attacked?
Well, I thought it was yesterday, shortly before we set sail.
I take this bump personally. What were you searching for on deck last night?
I was hiding the whole evening. I wanted to go out and get some fresh air, see the stars. But then suddenly, they were looking for me.
Were you in one of the cabins?
No.
Did you see anyone on the deck or on the roof?
No.
And after we arrested you?
The English policeman put me in this cell. Then he left. I've been here ever since.
And you didn't notice anything along the way?
No, nothing.
What about the gunshot? Didn't you hear it?
Yes. The English policeman had already arrested me. We heard a bang and looked around.
And then?
Then, the Bobby was in a hurry to get rid of me. He almost pushed me down the stairs and locked me in here. He left, and then a short time later, the alarm went off.
Constable Oliver wasn't with you anymore when the alarm went off?
No. I was scared that the ship would sink with me sitting here like a rat in a trap.
It's hard for me to believe a single word of your story.
Because I'm a foreigner?
Because you seem to have learned our language in the space of a day. Accent-free.
Believe what you want.
Well, he was in Italy for a while, and they do now multilingual, these people, so it doesn't surprise me, but he hasn't got much of an accent, but I don't know.
Who paid you to distract us?
What?
You went for a walk around the deck and let yourself be seen. Everyone goes off hunting you, and in the meantime, your partner shoots the Baroness in peace.
No, I didn't do anything. I didn't want to distract anyone. I just want to go home.
You're a liar, and a bad one at that.
But sir, I'm telling the truth.
And I'm the Raven. Inspector Legrand will deal with you. He's lying like a cheap rug. But he probably doesn't know anything about the murder. Very disappointing. So I have to keep searching. What interests me most is the shot that was fired here in the cargo hold last night.
Examine the crate with a bullet hole. Okay.
Whoever fired the shot hit the crate. Did the shooter just want to intimidate me? Or maybe he needed the bullet.
Examine the bullet hole.
If the bullet is still stuck in the wood, it's too deep to reach with my fingers.
We've got tongs.
No.
There we are.
The bullet hole is too small for the tongs.
Fuck.
The sibling band reel from the tape that...
Examine the lockers.
The cargo hold also seems to serve as a changing room for the crew, at least for the ones who don't wear white uniforms. A stroke of luck. The lock is open.
Finally, we are luck.
Oil-stained overalls. And here, an old toolbox.
Ah.
It's been through a lot. Hardly any paint, dented, and the lid is held shut by a wire. I'll take it.
Bingo. So we got a wire. Good.
Some wrenches, a bit of wire wool, an oily cloth, and here, a
screwdriver. Would that be enough to dig out the thing? Bingo.
Well, I think the bullet is still in the wood. I'm not a weapons specialist, but at first sight I'd say that this bullet looks exactly the same as the one Dr. Gebhardt gave me for Legrand. That would mean that the murderer also fired a shot here in the cargo hold before the murder. But why? Did they just want to make sure the old guns still worked? Or was it something else? And did the bullet really come from the same gun? I can only check that in Legrand's cabin.
Where's the second? Can I? Oh, they're not letting me. Okay. Wait, no. I think that's all we need, really. Fuck. Right, so I think that's about it. We've got wire for the thing, and now we've got the bullet, so that's interesting. We may need to come back down here, I don't know. It's a joke that we've got to play games like this to fucking be able to be successful.
That takes the biscuit.
I noticed that the door was unguarded. I just wanted to make sure that everything was all right.
Tell it to Legrand. He's expressly forbidden anyone to speak to the witness before he does.
Don't act like that. Legrand permitted it. You were not paying attention. Oh,
Don't
come on.
act like that. Legrand can't manage all this alone. We're a team.
Only until the end of this case.
Alright, fine. He didn't permit it, really.
All right. Let's go to Legrand and tell him what happened. You fell asleep and then you left the door unguarded. Well, are we going?
No, but don't try it again.
Of course not.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. On the same team here, man. You know, we're trying to work out the investigation. You're just being a total dick. Right, let's go. We know what we have to do. So yeah, guys, sorry it took a while. It is what it is. Frustrated at that. But there you go. We found out more information and everything, so we can now pick the lock and examine the bullet. I think I'll do that and then that'll be the end of this, I think. So guys, I'm going to check the timing of this video actually. Let me have a little check. It feels like I've been here doing this for a long time. Guys, I am going to leave it here, unfortunately. It's 1 hour 20 minutes in. I didn't mean for it to go that long. It is what it is. I had to search everything and find out more information about all the characters. It is what it is. Anyway, guys, in the next video, we'll be checking out and we'll be breaking into his office and we'll be examining those bullets and logistics and all the rest of it, and seeing what other clues we can uncover. But it's been intriguing thus far, really interesting, and we're meeting more characters. We'll see we're getting to know what the characters fought and coming out of the woodworks, and we want to have a talk to that violin guy as well and find out what Legrand found out from him as well. Anyway guys, please like, share, comment and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Links are in the description below, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching.